Hail well met, friends, and Dang here for another episode of Fellowship of the Creeps, episode 17. And hopefully this week we will be doing a lot better than last week, because it was pretty miserable. I don't know if you watched it, Ivan, but it was entertaining, I suppose.
For whom?
For the audience, I guess.
I'm gonna guess the Freeps.
Yeah, that and anything that breaks the game. Anyway, joining me as always is Ivan.
Always?
Well, not always, but you know. Pineleaf.
Hello.
Torak.
Hello.
Shurs.
Hey.
And this week's Brydra is sadly having a fever, so she can't join us.
Oh yeah, that is sadly.
Yep.
There's always got to be one person missing, so that we're only at 5.
Yep. And that's actually one of the reasons I thought about actually having 7 members to this group, is because, you know, just anticipating. But anyway.
Yeah, but what class will the 7th member be?
Every
Troll.
class. The troll. Yes. Alright, but yeah, we're making our way towards the relics, I guess. Unless we're hunting creeps, I don't know. Because they actually, there's actually a relic to take this week, so we might actually be able to show Capture the Flag as we're slowly building a group. Anyway, what I've done this week, actually quite a bit of stuff. Not so much on the LOTRO side, but a little bit. But anyway, I edited about 10 hours of Random Fandom podcasts to get on the iTunes, our new iTunes spot. And so we currently have 7 episodes up there, and several more edited, working on getting those up there. So that's quite a bit of is quite a bit of fun to be getting that much done for the podcast. And this week on Random Fandom episode 14, we had Dr. Corey Olson on to talk with who. Those of you that don't know, that's the Tolkien professor, and talking about how his he's going to be featured on iTunes U, which is something Apple's trying to promote, and basically takes his podcasts, adds a whole bunch of other stuff, and makes it much more into like a class kind of format. And it's actually all free, and so it's even more Tolkien Professor for anybody that wants to look into that. And yeah, we also talked about all sorts of stuff, like trying to get him on Colbert and stuff like that. So pretty entertaining. And today I actually recorded 2 more episodes of the Epic Story for my Lore Master. Absolutely loving my Lore Master. I've never really played a light class other than the Hunter, and that doesn't really count, I don't think, because they have such high damage output that you're pretty safe. And so it's interesting playing Lore Master. I'm really enjoying having to think a little bit more than just the champion, where you run in with your blades going all over the place. And yeah, level 8 on there, which isn't too far, but it's quite a bit of a ways compared to...
I was going to say, ask you what pet you were using, but I guess at level 8 it has to be a raven.
Yep. I'm looking forward to getting more pets. That's the main reason why I started the Lore Master, was just to play the pets there. And
Lore Master.
Also,
you have to think at the looks. Then you'll just start doing much like a hunter and all the other light classes as you get higher up.
Yep. And also, I've been playing a lot of Skyrim. Made another couple videos for that this week, and absolutely enjoying. I've only done the first quest that's for Dragonborn, which is actually still in Skyrim, and I'm not going to spoil it, even though I did spoil it in the video. But that's just a ton of fun, the stuff that goes on there. And there's new music and new content and new dialogue, even though I'm still in the normal Skyrim area, not in the new expansion area that they added. So I'm really enjoying going through there. And also had a really busy week at school this week. So I've been extremely busy with all sorts of stuff. Anyway, what have you done this week, Ivan?
Well, I suppose I actually covered 2 weeks, considering I missed the last time.
Indeed.
I don't even know where to begin. Okay, I put a new episode of the podcast out, I think.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, okay, I imagined that. And I did a bunch of videos for my YouTube channel. And then, let's see, my Guardian, I played him, I've been working him through Entwash Vale, and he's actually finished up with Eowyrth, and he's on to Thornhope and starting to get into there. He's only level 81 though, I actually thought he was up to 82 already. But no, he's coming along. Finally.
Well, mine's still at 79, if that makes you feel any better.
Well, it's more that I've just been procrastinating on him. With my... Well, last week I picked up, I think, almost all of the crude maps. I'd just gotten crude Grimwood before... No, I picked up poor Grimwood right before we recorded. At any rate, right now I've finished off all the crude maps. I have got 4 of 5 poor maps on this guy. I hit rank 5 at some point in that whole mess. I think there were a couple creeps and I got involved in the fight and came out of it with rank 5.
Nice.
And I managed to buy all the skills. When I originally was buying all this stuff, I completely forgot about buying my racial skill and instead wasted my commendations on a bunch of other things. But then I got poor Grimwood and poor Lugusag, and that took care of that.
Alright.
And working on Eisen as well. I've got 6 quests to go, and I'll have poor Eisen. Oh man.
He's one of those turtling ones.
No, that was one.
So is that everything, Ivan?
Nope, there's another one.
Oh, there's another. 2 wardens. Yeah, they're just gonna run through the keep and pull everything that they can onto us.
So don't do that. I feel like kind of chasing this warden out here.
He's got one-shotters too.
Oh, there's
Yeah, true.
We should probably run. More creeps are on the way.
Yep. Well,
Okay, so
that was the quickest try to run through there ever.
Yeah, we should have walked straight up to the top, but even then that would have been worse. It's actually good we didn't.
Probably. I'm gonna drop down, yeah.
Oh, our other Reaver went AFK.
Uh-oh.
Got killed by a ranger by the looks of it.
I keep on getting stunned.
So yeah, we might want to actually start working on getting a group together.
Now I think someone's trying to spider raid. And there's still not more than 6 creeps grouped together.
That's true, I suppose.
Let's see. With my Reaver, I actually played him a little bit. And, oh, he's up to 12 Audacity now, so I'm almost finished up with all that wonderful Audacity stuff. And my Captain continuing on in Heitbold and all that, or however they want to pronounce it. I don't care about the pronunciation, guard. I say Heitbold because that's what it looks like.
There you go.
And I've taken him out into the Etmores more because I'm trying to record videos, because I promised people I would make some videos with him, because people are always asking me on my YouTube channel to make free videos, and so my response has always been, I'll make it some with my Captain when he needs to get rank 4. And so I tried 1v1s, and it failed spectacularly. Although I did have a really good time with a group of 2 other lower ranked people. I was rank 2 and they were, I want to say, a rank 1 and a rank something. I want to say rank 4, and it was like a Guardian and a Lore Master, and we were... Well, the Guardian was in charge of it, and we kept walking to good TA and just fighting stuff. We did pretty well considering how low ranked we were. That said, we kept getting ourselves killed and splattered and stuff. And some of the stuff that the one guy was saying were just absolutely hilarious because of how obviously wrong it was. Burglar tar's in a group with a warg pack! You haven't considered maybe they're all just waiting for us because we take the exact same path back to the exact same place every single time we die? I mean, honestly, they're monitoring us in OOC or we're predictable. Which one do you think is more likely? Show of hands, anyone?
Definitely predictable.
I would go
You
for
know.
both.
They have a time machine and they're looking at the future of the podcast.
There you go.
Ooh.
You
should not follow them there. There are one-shotters.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to follow him up to there at least.
Well, I'm talking to Pine Leaf.
Oh, right.
it's like
You can heal yourself. You got a bubble pine.
Yeah, I think it was Spaceballs where they.
Oh, there's the ranger.
Yes. They watched the VHS tape of it.
Okay, there's a lot of creeps coming
You
in.
can skip that part. In fact, never show that part again.
You guys can do what you want to do.
That's it.
Anything else, Ivan? I know you're kind of occupied, but...
Yeah, well, I fought people. I went, was it 2 days ago or something like that? I sure was online on his warg, and I was just getting ready to log over to my captain to do my dailies and stuff, and I said, "Hey, Shurs, you want to just do some 1 versus 1s?" And he said, "Sure." He said, and then we
I thought
talked
he said
back and
Shurs.
forth. Yeah, I said, "Shurs."
No, I thought
And he said,
sure.
"Sure." And then he's like, "Okay, which classes?" And he's like, "Well, I'm comfortable with all of them except for my Black Arrow." And we decided we'd do rounds with each. And this was right after that other thing with that small group. So it was the day right after that. And I had the outpost just ready to turn on that guy, but I realized I was only like 40 renown away from hitting rank 3. So I figured, hey, I'll win a 1 versus 1, probably against the Reaver, maybe against his Ward, because he told me he only had 8 Audacity. It's like, yeah, I'll win one of these, I'll hit rank 3, and you'll have something to show. 10 fights later, no wins.
They
That's
really
funny.
need to add a cooldown to this skill, to the Trapdoor Sanctuary. The number of times I have accidentally popped out of it half a second after popping in just annoys me.
It's discipline. You gotta discipline yourself to take your hands off that keyboard, not press both mouse buttons at once.
No, the problem is that sometimes it makes it look like as if it failed. And I've had skills fail enough times that it's very easy to think it did. When someone's pounding on you, it's very easy to...
Did someone... Hey, Torek, did you see Andrew Lloyd Webber in OOC say something about ponies for the, is it Drunken Ponies night? It might be Drunken Ponies night out in the
It's what
Edmores.
it looks like, yeah. Spider Edition.
Yeah, I think so. I think Andrew Lloyd is Pouncy's spider.
Yeah, they've been doing them every Saturday night last few weeks.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah, which I actually forgot to mention what I did on Creepside. There's a few things I did. I got my good TR map, finally. And I got Audacity maxed out. And had some good raids over the week. Not too much infamy, but just good tactics. Even though we weren't killing that much, they still were taking a pretty knowledgeable route of doing things.
Yeah. Okay, so back to what I was doing. Now we get to my other war leader. Which, of course, as usual, is where the bulk of my time is spent. Now, I've done tons and tons of 1v1s and small groups, and I was leading raids. Pretty much this last week from, I want to say, like Sunday onwards, I was out leading a raid every day until Monday or so. No, Tuesday. I had a blast with, actually. And Torak and some of those, and also some of the small group stuff that I did. We did some crazy little things, didn't we?
Yeah, you could say that.
All kinds of shenanigans. Then, let's see, Tuesday I had to go to fencing. Well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to. I'm trying to get back into doing that sport after having spent several years not doing it, and the amount of rust is disgusting to me, but I actually do give a pretty decent account of myself out there, even though most of the people at the club that I'm going to are just mopping the floor with me.
Creep said.
Ah, this should be good. Looks like 3 or 4, 5.
There's
Get
more
going.
loading in there.
Oh yeah, that's a lot more than 3 or 4.
Yep.
It's more like 8.
Sure, we don't want to start getting that group up? I would kind of like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it.
I mean, we don't have to let a lot of people in, we can just let a few.
Yeah. Definitely would be useful to get a couple healers, that's for sure.
Yep.
Oh yeah, something that I do with my war leader that I mentioned earlier before we started recording, but I was out there one night, and the Freeps had had the relic for a couple days in a row, and so Torak was there, well, and I said, you know what? There's not a whole lot going on right now. It's getting late. Let's go grab the relic. And he was like, okay. And then he was like, just the 2 of us? And I said, yeah, sure. We can at least give it a shot. Which actually, it worked out pretty well. We were doing very well for ourselves with our setup that we had. And then we must have gotten at least a third of the way through the Captain General when Neck Snapper came in with a whole raid in tow and finished everything off for us. And earlier today I started a 1v1 circle at Good TA. Oh wait, no, I didn't start that. That Guardian started it. I finished the Guardian, and then the 1v1 circle was bigger by the time I ended. This happens a lot when you're a war leader. But no, I had some good fights with a couple of Runekeepers and some other stuff. And, there's lots of things that are going to be coming up my YouTube channel because of all that. And
their numbers are growing.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think we will go ahead and open up to a raid.
Alright, anything else you did this last 2 weeks?
Nothing of major significance that I can think of. It's certainly nothing pertaining to the game.
Okay. What about you, Shurs?
Well, most of my time in-game has been spent on my WAG. I pretty much played him every day as much as possible, just trying to get him to rank 7, which I managed to do early this morning.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. Bought a couple of level audacity and a few skills and such. And aside from the various 1v1s I had with Ivan's captain, I haven't really done much else than that.
Alright. And Ivan, I'm gonna challenge you on air to your captain. We need to fight sometime.
Alright, sounds good.
And it'll be a healing.
You still gotta
duel
rank
of
them.
Doom. Alright, anyway. What'd you do this week, Torek?
I messed around a little bit on Creep side, but mainly I've been working at Guardian. Got him up to 46 and both his legendaries, and now I'm doing the Frozen Tundra up north there.
Nice. Alright, what'd you do this week, Pyman?
Alright, I mainly leveled lots of characters. On my burglar, I completed book 6 and did the quest where you get the Moria item and the class quest. Now the reason why I opened up book 6 is because burglars need these slug parts, which are only available in East Angmar, so I had to do book 6 so I could get into that area.
Right.
While I was there, I also did the Fem quest.
Yeah, Armor of Fem's pretty good.
Right.
I think those slug parts actually drop off the slugs that are in the bottom of Karn Doom.
No, the ones I was looking for are from East Angmar.
Yeah, well, I'm saying most of those parts, they actually do drop off the guys in Urgarth and Karn Doom. It's just you usually don't need it by the time you're up to there.
Yes, well, if I'm level... I was level 47 when I finished all this, so obviously going into Karn Doom wasn't exactly a good option there.
No.
Yes. And Alright, so I did my legendary item quest. In fact, while I was doing my class quest and getting all that stuff was when I was leveling up my item for the legendary item. So I finished that. I got that up to level 10 soon after I got my last slug part. So I killed a few extra slugs in order to get that. On my captain, I am in the undead area that starts Dunland. So I've managed to finish up the epic up to the point where you enter Dunland, and I'm just starting there now. And that had me going all over the place because I was doing the beginnings of book 3. My champion, I just remember doing general leveling. I did the Moria entry stuff. That's the only thing I remember on my champion.
Okay, I was gonna ask what level he was.
At level 47.
Nice.
Alright, the Guardian. My Guardian is in Redhorn Loads now. Actually, no, I finished up Redhorn Loads. And I'm just getting ready to do the Drowned Treasury. So I've finally been able to see what the revamped Redhorn Loads looks like.
User joined your channel.
Which they changed that quite considerably, because while there are many places in Moria where it looks like they decreased the population density of the mobs, the Redhorn Loads actually looks like they increased it. And they actually have some quests in there where they play on the faction fighting, you know, where you had the two factions, the White Hand versus the Moria Orcs. And they play a little bit more strongly on that.
River Outpost just flipped.
That was my Guardian. My Lore Master reached level 77 and earned the War Steed and is starting out on book 7. My Runekeeper is just starting up in Angmar. Wardens. On Laurelin, I reached level 72, and I've completed the epic.
Nice.
Right. Or at least, as far as it's been published so far. I'm sure that when update 11 comes out, there'll be a little bit more to do in the epic.
Right.
And on Landravol, I started out on book 6, and I'm talking about volume 3, book 6, where you go to the Great River. Let's see. And then on Winfola, I ran our usual skirmish session where we attempted to do Defense of the Prancing Pony at Tier 3.
How'd that go?
We completed the skirmish and pretty much survived, but it was a little bit tougher than our normal runs were.
Okay.
But we got through it. And one of the tough things is that I have a feeling that a couple of lieutenants are part of the bug, which has a couple of mobs that have an ultra high tactical damage that they do. I'll find out the first time we attempt to do a skirmish in the after update 11 comes out. Update 10 comes out to see whether or not they're a little bit more reasonable, because there are a couple of them that seem to wipe out half the party when we're in Tier 2 just by being there.
Right.
Sorry about that setup. We almost had a length 6 maneuver. That was my fault we did it.
Yeah, it's fine.
What we need to do is know who is supposed to be where in the maneuver, because whenever we have 3 or 4 people jumping in at one time...
Probably worth mentioning that we managed a 5 lengths one last week while you were gone.
Yes, we did it because Ivan was gone, I think, is what we decided.
That's okay, I did some length 5s with random people I picked up this morning. Like Bag Shucks. Hi, Bag Shucks.
Yeah, and I was going to mention Bags joined us in TeamSpeak. So, hey Bags.
And I think that covers everything.
Okay, they're saying that everything's in a Horror Hollow outpost. Let's get going.
Alright, Horror Hollow Outpost it is.
You know, there was something that happened with my tribe that probably was worth mentioning. You want to talk about that, Torak, the little button you found?
Yeah, I noticed the other day on the tribe that it had a button where you could usurp the leader. So I went to our website and alerted them right away, because you never know.
Button to usurp the leader?
Well, you know how when the tribe or kinship leader, they don't log in long enough?
Yeah.
Then after a while, the successor has the option to take over. A little bit longer, all the officers get the option. And if it goes longer than that, then anyone can do it. And Torak is the regular member, so he had the option available, which meant it had been quite a while.
Yeah, it must have been.
There they are.
It's that same group from earlier.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to want to look for, I think, Kovac is the target we want to get.
wonderful.
Well, that's a mess.
Yep.
Yeah, so anyway, a short while after Torak found that, well, I was told to just go ahead and take it over, so now I'm the leader of the tribe.
Ah, very nice.
Alright, looks like we got one minstrel. Now might be second.
Alright, if you can port back over there, that'd be good.
Port back over where?
To all the way across the map.
Yes, but which place?
Do you have any Grimwood maps?
Grimwood? No.
Well, those would be the best
Bit
option.
outnumbered.
But since you don't have any, TA would be good enough, I suppose.
Alright.
Assuming the cooldown's done with that.
They're only dedicated healers, so let's try to.
I think it finished about 2 minutes ago.
Alright, that's good. Is it safe to go up there yet?
Yeah, safe enough. Other raids here.
Another creep raid's there, you said?
Yeah, the other one.
Okay, very good.
Oh, maybe I better not go that way.
I don't know, it might be a while for me to get on my other war leader just so we have more healing power. And I will see how it goes for a little bit.
Well, the show will be over in a little bit.
Has it been that long already?
Yeah, half
No,
hour.
we still got halfway to go, really.
Yeah, but if you wait a little bit, then it will.
This is terrible. I keep having stuff go into the overflow bag because of how little room I have.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, some of these free-to-play account restrictions are just miserable. And they don't earn turbine points with the creep. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's one of their weaknesses, I think. Is that they should maybe like every time you rank or something give you a little bit of TP.
Well, you should get for doing deeds, just like with the free peoples,
Yep.
but you don't get it. You just get your maps and your comms.
Yep.
Well, I'm not sure whether it is to offset the fact that if you go from VIP to Premium and buy all the creep classes, you effectively play forever without paying anything.
Yeah, that's true. I suppose.
It's not like you can't achieve the same thing by just rolling fresh face little creeps and, you know, getting to level 10 without dying and doing it over again.
Right, but it does encourage people to become VIP, I think, for PvP.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, you know, their main pull with the whole freak thing.
It also encourages people to spend actual money to unlock that stuff.
Right.
arrived just in time for the retreat.
We need to keep the auto flip.
Yeah, or something.
Either that or we have to go back to Ost again. We know that'll end in disaster.
Do we know that it will end in disaster?
Do we
Yeah.
have to ask if it will end in disaster?
Unless you coordinate with the Pawneys.
And we have another healer. I mean, you know, could work if we just ran in and took it and ran back out.
You're completely right. We can send Pine Venom out into Group 4 where he'll be banished, and we'll bring the healer in to keep everyone else alive.
See, there's some options.
Well, I hear no objections, so off we go. Oh wait, that's only Group 2. They're banished to Group 4.
Wonderful. As if I didn't already feel like I'm an outsider.
You're rank 5, you're pretty good. If you'd play on, if you'd log in every now and then and see if there were raids and stuff, that would add to your enjoyment of the game, I think.
Yeah, Pine and I are keeping pace right now. We're both rank 5, and we both work on our maps. We're pretty much even.
That's true.
The difference is that I have 2 other characters that I play out here.
Well, yes.
Whereas he's got 8 wardens he's leveling. But you know, if you really want me to compete with that, I can start rolling war leaders on other servers.
I'm sure some people would love that.
I'm not going back to Delph though. I haven't logged in over a year and I have no plans to.
Is that one of the free-to-play servers?
Oh yeah, back when those servers first came out, I picked it. I was like, yo, this is gonna be my vacation server from Landerville. When I get tired, I'm gonna go out to here. Nope.
Yep. I hear you. Imladris was... It actually grew to a pretty big size at one point, but then it kind of all came down at once when the Isengard crowd, stopped raiding, and it stayed down pretty much. I don't know what it is like now, but that's what it was like when I left.
Yeah, well, I know that in those first couple weeks after the servers opened up, somebody managed to pull up a list of the traffic and which servers had the longest queues to get in. And I think Dwardelf was like the second highest one, so it jumped up really high very fast as well. I just didn't like the PvP community that I saw there the few times I was there.
Yeah. What's interesting is that on Imladris they actually had a smaller server or an older server or something like that, and so there would hardly be anybody on, but the load time there'd actually be queues for some reason. So I don't know if just everybody logged on all at once or what, but it was weird for a while there.
Update 10.
Well, I think that for that, the queues, the servers all run off the same system together, and so if you got people logging onto any servers, it can slow down all of them.
Yeah, it's true.
Don't quote me on that, that's just what I think it is.
Yeah, because I think you're right, the login server is a different thing than when you're actually on the server.
Well, and it's not like you fully separate hardware. It's more like they've got a huge server room with a ton of equipment, and where each server physically is on all that stuff is spread across all the machines and who knows what.
Yep.
Does everybody have this quest?
Yes, I shared it. I'll share it again.
You might already have it,
Okay.
or haven't ever turned it in, or something like that.
Alright. I suppose that's possible.
You know, probably should have kept Pine in the main group so that he could use his conjunction starter.
Yep.
Suppose we could also blame our lack of wargs.
Well, let's
Yeah,
see.
this is all Spud's fault.
Yep, that's right.
Now I'm trying to remember which is my conjunction starter.
It's the one with a 5 cooldown.
Smothering web, it should be called.
Alright, smothering web. Let's have entangling web. Smothering web. Ah, yes, there it is.
Alright,
Hey.
everybody use your orc stealth.
Hey, you want to throw an invite to Root Rat?
Oh, Root's on, let's go.
Okay. I managed to get lost.
How did you do that? We just went up the hill.
Well, I didn't know you went up the hill.
He's all the way
Oh,
in
so you
group
went back to
4.
turn
Give him
in?
a break.
No worries.
You know how easily I get lost.
Yeah, you guys headed Ost.
If you had crafting for creeps, I should become an exploring and earn the easily lost title.
You should probably at least move Pine Leaf into group 2 now that he has a healer.
Hey, Flutter.
Hello.
Man, this is like the Defiler raid. I'm liking this. One time on Amladris, I actually led a 24-man Defiler raid. Best.
Anything actually die?
It
Defiler's
was
dead, I'm
the
guessing.
best moment ever, because I don't think I've ever heard of anybody even attempting such a thing.
I'm trying to imagine all the flies in the area.
Yes, and it was cool because everyone was over rank 6, I believe, or whatever rank you have to be to get flies. It's 5 or 6, and I think it's rank 5 actually. And so they had to. It's hilarious because it was just all flies, all heals, and everyone was just using their. I mean, there were a few DPS defilers, but for the most part, they were just using their return damage skills.
A DPS defiler?
Oh yeah, they exist. They exist.
Both of them.
I
Both
think
of them,
Karkle
that's
was a
right.
DPS defiler.
You can get out.
Creep. Alright, let's move in towards that creep.
Rank 1 captain.
Yeah, we got plenty of... we got plenty of healing, so just chase him in. Should be rank 2. Rank 1's Footman.
Yep. Well, that was a fun pull, I'm sure.
Did you get him already?
I don't think so.
Alright, start killing everything. Look at that, he's rank 3 now. He just ranked up. How special. It's the second
Let's
captain
honor
I've seen
that
go from 2 to 3
by
this week.
destroying him. What rank's your captain?
3.
That's what I thought.
What's more sad is that's the second captain I've seen go from 2 to 3 by questing this week. I'll join you over there. You go ahead and lead the people that aren't in TeamSpeak for now.
Yeah, that was kind of the plan.
What, my exile was lifted?
You got Gale Bow on the way in there.
Alright.
I chased the Cappy out and almost sat him when Gale Bow jumped in.
Well, I'll get your res when I go up.
No, I'm out in front.
I'm coming in front.
Alright, that's the problem. People, both defilers are DPSing. I'm healing. I'm actually doing my job this episode.
That's why I just died.
I think Slaughter further down the hill, he's not even in range.
Sleeps in the CG.
Almost missed the memo again.
I suppose we could consider this one of our better Ost attempts.
You could also consider it our worst.
But at least we made it through
Thank
the
you.
door this time.
You're welcome. I finally got
Yeah,
it.
where are we?
Flowers are slow. They're so slow.
Alright, 3 more coming up to the CG room. So if you're dead, stay there, because I've got an in-combat res.
Which way are we going? I keep every time I go one way, it seems like everybody changes direction. Alright, fine, I'm leaving.
Listening to you. Nah, let's keep hiding.
I mean, where are you?
Well, I couldn't figure everybody kept on changing direction so much, I wound up deciding you must be leaving the place, so I jumped out the parapet.
I knew it. I knew you would end up outside of the keep.
No one told me what I'm
My
supposed to
God,
be
there's a
doing.
lot of NPCs on here.
Like, what our objective
someone
is?
Oh, that's something.
Alright, Gale Bow's out.
Just kill stuff that's touching us. Finally. That's our objective.
Just go ahead.
We got a lot of
Alright,
NPCs
well,
on
I've got a hunter on me right now.
More creeps coming in.
Alright, out the window.
Yep.
So,
Time to go out.
Maligan. Kill him.
so we'll most likely be. Oh, you're leaving again. Every
Yes.
time I go in, you go out.
Well, see, we're just trying to confuse you. But honestly, we're trying to not die because there's so many creeps.
Wait, I thought
Well-
you weren't supposed to be able to enter the building in combat.
You can't open the doors to this one, but the Ost and DG ones you can go in when you're in combat.
Ah, okay.
And they
There
open
you
the doors
go.
for us, so everyone inside is delving.
I sometimes
That's
think
new,
we come
isn't
up with plans. How do we confuse Time Leaf completely?
Well, that is the side goal of the
remember
show.
that.
Where'd you go?
That's great. We loaded in so fast that we actually beat them inside.
Well, I actually loaded in extremely slow.
So I suppose this is some kind of cunning new free technique, making the door handles we can't comprehend them.
I always thought the inside the DG
There
entrance
he
was a
is.
nice little sanctuary.
You went back out.
It is, as long as no one opens the door when a creep's standing like that.
There you go. Okay. That was a bad idea.
Okay, but they can chase you in. Alright, I did not know that.
Yeah, if the door closes, they can't get in. They cannot open the door.
Well, this is gonna be a death.
You didn't go into the G and to the Ost. Whatchamacallit.
No, I did, but then I was dumb enough to follow the free fountain because I thought everybody else would.
Come back out. Well, come back in.
It wouldn't let me. It said you're
Really?
busy right now.
The door is shut, has it?
No, the door was open.
See,
No,
which
you
one out
back up and you back up and you walk into the instance door again when you do that.
Which
Usually
I
I
did.
take a jump at it.
Still didn't work. It said it was busy.
Oh, let me see. You abandoned me to solo this guy?
Alright, out.
Thank you.
We're coming to save you, Pine.
But will you
It's a
save
bit
me
late
in
for
time?
that
That's the
now.
question. Now we see who's favorite. You guys like Pine Leaf. Okay.
Well, we got a DPS that DPSs or the healer that doesn't heal. It's a pretty clear choice for me.
If you can drop down, that'd be great. And I heal all the time now that I'm rank 6.
Careful of those one-shotters.
Okay. My problem is I have trouble telling.
Oh
the
my
difference
goodness, he's at like 2k.
No, he's getting killed.
Yeah, I know.
I can never tell Buzz
Yeah,
from and
creep coming.
Doug from Ending.
Oh man, another captain.
There seem to be a lot of them.
Just wait, he's gonna get last stand. Let's try to get a stun on him right before he does.
But yeah, I think next week we will definitely do our large group again if there's more creeps out.
Alright, let's pull back down the hill. We don't want to mess around with the one-shotters and all the delving guards.
Alright, let's see if I can get back to the group in time for the end of the show.
Well, we're trying to lead the freeps towards us.
I might as well go back to TR just to turn in the Goldie quest.
Yep. And the bear hide quest, of course.
Oh, that's why they're not coming out. They don't have a res. Yeah, that's part of it. Also,
I was gonna say I don't know why they were hiding those one shots, but yeah, I mean, you outnumber them, yeah, but they have a lot of NPCs. It's just they don't have a red if they die.
Yeah, well, the other thing is we're not the only group out here because we got drunken Bonnie night.
Ask yourself a question. Do you really want to make me angry? You sluggard. There's work that needs doing.
Which actually, with them sitting in GB, there's not really much reason to keep the gate open.
So easy to finish all these quests now that people are raiding and you get all the stuff with open tap.
Oh yeah. Now yesterday I came here and they had everything ready, including the oil and the ore quest. So I just I went from like 25, having just finished the 4 map to being like 6 further along or something like that. It's crazy.
I'm within 7,000 of next rank. That's exciting.
Nice.
Yeah, there just hasn't really been a good raid night recently. that I've
Yeah,
found anyway.
not since like Monday.
Yep.
And it's gonna hurt that the Pawneys are doing their drunken nights every Saturday night at the same time.
Or it can help when there's a lot of creeps.
True.
I mean, as far as us opening up and doing a big raid.
Well, I think if you get on UG, that'll attract enough people for a big raid.
Yeah.
Which is what we usually do, so.
It
Anyway.
also attract a lot of tells from the Pawneys saying, "Hey, join us."
Alright, well, thank you all for watching. Does anybody have any closing thoughts, plugs, or anything that they want to mention?
Ravens won the Super Bowl.
Yes, that was actually, yeah. We'll just go with that as our ending.
It was a mess of a game until the power outage. At least it was worth watching after that.
There were some really good plays, I have to say.
There were.
I didn't care about either team, but there were some really good plays.
Yeah, welcome to my camp.
Anyway.
This is what happens when you're filet. There's no football teams to root for.
Yeah. Anyway,
What?
I
Oh,
can't stop promoting Random Fandom because I absolutely love that show. And each week we have all sorts of people on to talk about all sorts of nerdy news. And like I said at the beginning of the show, last week we had Dr. Corey Olson on, and this next week we're going to have John DiBartolo, who just came out with a Dwarf album. So definitely look into that on randomfandom.me every Tuesday at 9:30 Eastern. So check that out, and we'll see you guys next week.
Is that album out?
Yeah, it's out.
Nice, I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I recommend it. It's pretty cool. And
just man the raid here.